I'm going to start recording, and I want to welcome everybody to our call. Thanks, guys, for getting on. I know that there's a couple people that couldn't make it tonight, but I also see a lot of you guys on the call, and I'm super excited about that. So if you can, go ahead and mute yourself really quick so that there's not like a back feed or whatever, unless you have something you want to say. And we're going to go ahead and start. So let's see. We have a couple new coaches that have recently joined up. We have the awesome Hope or Brooks. If you are not following or friends with Hope, you definitely need to follow her. We have Michelle Katz on the call, who is one of our diamond leaders on the group, so I'm super excited to have Michelle. Jacqueline's coming out of her shell, posting on her wall. Melanie is just, if you're not following Melanie, you are missing out. Melanie, you and I and Susan, I would love to have another call with you, so if you guys can remember to message me about that, because I will forget because I don't know what I'm doing. So we could go over like more of an invite to start getting you some people coming in, because I've been stalking you and you are blowing up there on social media. Angel is doing amazing. She is halfway to Emerald. She's rocking Body Beast, got her sister in the challenge group. Brian's going live, sharing his struggles and successes. Just got back from an awesome trip. It was really cool to see those live feeds. Really proud of you, Brian. And of course, Susan, our new Emerald, rocking out every single day, fighting the urge to run marathons after surgery. And I'm super proud of you guys for getting on tonight's call and being a part of this. So a couple of things that we are going to go over. I'm going to do a couple shout outs. We have Megan Gutenberger, who is a success starter. She is earning a free ticket to Coach Summit in New Orleans. We have Weak Leg Volume, that if you are a new coach, you probably have no idea what I'm talking about. But I'd like to give Michelle Katz a shout out for Weak Leg Success Club 200, Carrie Steelman Smith, 375, Carrie Steelman's husband, 360. So you can see Susan, she's doubled there. See, that's what I'm talking about with that. My sister, Alyssa Sardelli, with 3,164 Weak Leg Volume, and myself with 1,600. So if you see my sister, throw her in a river. Just kidding. And she got me double there. And then let's see. Michelle Katz wasn't recognized last month for, she had 6 points, but now she has 8. That was last month. There was something that went wacky there. So congratulations for that. And we are going to go ahead and start our team call. Now, I have a PowerPoint that I know you're like, how exciting a PowerPoint. I couldn't make it any more exciting, that I'm going to share with you guys. And we are going to go over how to invite. Now, crap. Okay. We are going to go over how to invite. And I encourage you guys, new coaches, old coaches alike, to one of the big mistakes that I made when I first started coaching was I thought I needed to know everything before I started coaching, inviting, putting myself out there. I didn't get to where I was today because I was doing what I do now when I first started. I just went for it. I was scared. I did it afraid, and I just went for it. I was going to make mistakes. People were going to judge me. I was going to do stuff wrong, but I went for it. And I always tell people, knowledge isn't power, action is. Okay, you learn what went right, what didn't go right, what you need to work on, what you need to develop by just jumping out of the nest and going for it. So if you're afraid, you should be afraid. You should be afraid because it's scary putting yourself out there on Facebook. You have the fear of being judged, the fear of telling your story, the fear of being breadcrumbing your story. But what I found was, you know what? I don't really, excuse my language, because sometimes I get fired up and I'm like, shit and whatever. But I don't really give a shit if other people are going to judge me, because they do. People do judge me. And the more successful I get more haters. And then I finally realize who my real friends are. You know, like when I first started and I was working out, I had all those people that were like, what does she know about fitness? You know, what does she know about any of this? What does Marie know about that? You know, this is just another one of those another mom online trying to sell something. And it fueled my fire, and it put me out there because I knew that I had a goal. I knew that I had a goal. I knew I was going to reach it. I didn't know how I was going to, but I knew in my heart, and I had that belief, that desire, that I knew I was going to get there. Like I know by following Melanie and looking at her stuff, she knows she's going to be successful. She knows she's going to help a lot of people. You know, like, you know that it's gonna happen. Like, you can tell that you're passionate about it. So it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks, because the right people are gonna flock to you. I don't know, I'm just making up stuff for you, but that's like how I feel about you, you know? And the same thing for Brian. So putting yourself out there on social media, building your brand is really important. Like, who is your brand? Now, for me in the beginning, I marketed to everybody. You know, like, because I didn't really know like what my brand was, and kind of think about who your target market's going to be. Mine is people who are bullshitting all the time, saying that they're too busy. It drives me nuts. So like my target market is like helping people that say they're busy constantly. It's weird because I feel like in my heart, like I'm a yogi and I'm not, which is kind of hilarious because like I'm not, but like I feel like I am. So like, I don't know if that's like kind of funny, but like, I just feel like I am, but I'm like really not. It's like weird. And then like moms, travel. I love wine, even though I'm like not having any wine for like a month because I'm, you know, trying to dial in my nutrition and reduce bloat or whatever. And I love to travel, and those are my target market. Know where you should share. Like, where do you want to share? Do you want to share on Facebook? Do you want to share on Twitter? Do you want to share on Instagram? Speak to your future challengers and invite your future coaches. My best coaches that I recruited were in this past year. Not saying that stayed around. My coaches that I have that stayed around from the beginning, those are my best coaches. But like, I just kind of like, now I'm more picky. I think about people that I want to build a business with, people that I want to take this journey with, and people that I may eventually be going on vacation with, sharing a hotel room with. You know, I was super scared to invite, Michelle Katz forever. I followed her on Instagram. You know, I would have never invited Hope Brooks like when I first started. It would have been very intimidating, you know, but I kept going, and I eventually got out of my comfort zone, put myself out there, and invited people that I knew would be team players. What do you love about what you do? What are your hobbies, passion, interests, motivates you, daily life, skills, family knowledge? Like, what makes you you? Like, what makes you you, the person that you are? What makes you you? This is like really white. I can't see it. I have to keep moving you guys over because my screen looks different than yours. Then my husband just came in here and distracted me. He's like creeping in, like he's like tiptoeing, which is even more annoying because you're trying not to be seen, and it's like, okay. What struggles have you overcome? Ask yourself these questions. Like, that is what people want to hear. They don't care that the challenge pack is on sale for $160. Okay. So what struggles have I overcome? I post my workout in the morning. I don't post that I worked out in the morning because nobody cares. Okay. I say, since I've been working out, I found that I was able to overcome my struggles of like anxiety, or now I have more energy during the day. It adds value to somebody's life, and it helps them relate to you. What inspired me today? I write down quotes constantly about things that inspire me that I write or use for post. You know, that's really important, to write down things that inspire you, that you come across. There was one quote that I wrote down. I don't even remember where it is, but it was like really good that I wanted to eventually use. So what inspires you? Maybe something in nature, maybe a quote, maybe something that happened. What are you excited about? Are you excited about going for a walk with your sister this weekend? You're excited. Share that excitement with people. People need that in their lives. They will follow you. They will trust you, and they will believe in you. If you're ho-hum all the time and like posting about, you know, like, it's okay to post that you feel like shit sometimes, you know, because you don't want to be super perky all the time. But what is your biggest excuse? You know, if you eat all the tacos, write that you ate all the tacos, but tomorrow is a new day, because that's going to inspire other people that if they ate all the cake, you know what, that happens sometimes, but tomorrow is a new day because you have the support group. You have people lifting you up instead of that negative voice inside yourself telling yourself it's the wrong time, you need to give up, like those things. And what is your plan to conquer it? Like, what is your plan, Brian, to conquer it? You know, like you go live about, you know, feeling like a failure, like letting yourself down, all of those things. So an awesome way for you to connect now with your viewers is be like, you know what? I was emotional and I put myself out there. But what are you going to do to conquer it? And that's like a huge word for you. You know, what are you going to do to conquer it? You know, and for me, the biggest thing for myself is that I do stuff that I don't want to do. And that's why I've been somewhat successful so far. I do things that I don't want to do. I get on calls with my challengers when honestly, guys, I'm tired. I don't want to do it sometimes. You know, I worked out today. I didn't want to do it. But I knew that if I didn't post a sweaty selfie in that group, what kind of message was I sending when the leader's not even posting a sweaty selfie, you know? And how have you grown since you've started? Those things are important when you're posting. Oops. Sorry, my screen looks different than yours, so I have to move. You guys look like the Brady Bunch on the one side, and I have to move. Does it look like I move you when I move it, or no?
No.
Okay. So on Snapchat, if you don't have a Snapchat, I would suggest getting a Snapchat. Is it Snapchat? No, this is Instagram. Okay. So on your Instagram, we haven't gotten too much into Instagram yet, but make sure if you do have Instagram that you put your what your Snapchat is on there, what your Facebook link is on there. So when you click on my like website on like Instagram, it links to my Facebook. So somebody can find me on Instagram, like put your stuff on there. So what are you? If you write Suzanne Myers, Beachbody Coach, you're probably going to have no followers because people say Beachbody Coach, red flag, run. Okay. So skinny to strong, travel, fur mom, Disney lover, fit foodie, like whatever, you know, your contact, like about you on your Instagram, what your Snapchat is, things like that. Now, the biggest thing that happened with me when I first started is I didn't have an Instagram because I didn't know how to do it. I didn't know how to do it. How do you know how to do it? You make an Instagram, you know, you got to figure it out. We have Google. Like my husband and I always laugh. We're like, there's no excuse not to know like stuff if there's Google, you know, like figure it out. Like I can help you set up a call. I'll help you do it. If you don't have a Snapchat, just make one and like just like be careful what you snap because sometimes you just don't know. I'll like send people random stuff and I'm like, oh man, I don't know what I'm doing. They're like, why did you just send me yourself singing like, you know, Aerosmith in your car? And I was like, crap, I meant to send that to my sister just to be funny. And then I put it out to everyone in the world. So, you know, have some sort of knowledge before you start snapping away. All right. So okay. So if you, now that you know what you love, like where do you share it? Okay. So say you have one picture that you want to put like in different places. So if you, I don't really want to use that. Don't want to use that slide right there because that's going to be too confusing with so many different social media things. Document, don't create, and always have fun. So like just document your journey, what you're doing. If you're eating like an egg in the morning, it sounds crazy, but like you could snap a picture of the egg and put like breakfast. And then is everyone on Snapchat or no?
No, I'm not.
You're not on Snapchat. Snapchat's a little bit different because Snapchat shares your life in different ways. So like I share a lot of stuff, like funny stuff with my kids on there because when that lets people see you in a different way. Like Facebook is more like the highlights. Snapchat is more like the funny day-to-day stuff. Okay. Okay. How to find people, and we're going to get into this, your future tribe. I remember when I first joined Team Boom and my sister and I were like, man, Like one day we're going to have our own team. And I was like, I'm not going to have my own team. I'm going to stay with Team Boom forever. Like, why would I do that? Like, that's too scary. But one day in here, you guys, will have your own team. Like you'll have your own group of people, like one day, like having calls and, jumping out of the nest, not saying like, obviously you're still part of us, but, building your future tribe. So like, who do you want to hang out with? Like, who do you want in your tribe? Be you, go live, be unfiltered, snap stuff, share it, be real. I love Susan will do this because she'll post stuff like, in my car with my like greasy hair, don't care. If you're one of those people that you never want to post a picture because you feel like I used to not want to post pictures about sharing stuff because I figured like I always look bad. And then I was like, well, you know what? This is as good as it's going to get. So I better get snapping. So you're always waiting till like the perfect time. Be specific, speak to the person, and be authentic. How to be real, be you, be real, be authentic. And okay, so a lot of this stuff I can go over that other part later because I kind of want to get into the meat of something else that I wanted to share with you. So who in here, before we go on to the next part, is scared to share on social media? Like you're really scared and you're just not going to do it. No. So you guys are all super outgoing. Some of the people that, when I first met, like Jacqueline, for example, she wouldn't even do it at all. Now she's doing it all the time. So you guys are doing great with that. Jamie, now, like I couldn't get her to post a selfie for like a year and a half, and now she has tons of coaches. So we all started our different place, but you guys are way ahead of the game on that. So that's awesome. All right, so I'm going to get into the next part here. I'm trying to go fast because I know everybody has a lot of stuff to do. Let me see what time it is. Okay. All right, so bear with me for a second because I have a small list. Okay, so I went over that. All right, so let's go ahead and get into how to find people and how to run a business. Now, working out and drinking your Shakeology is one thing, okay? A lot of the problems that coaches run into is that they work out all the time, they drink their Shakeology, and they get stuck in the challenge group. Go in, post your stuff, comment on some people's stuff, and get out of there, okay? You can get tied up in those challenge groups and all these Facebook groups all day. Don't do that. That's not going to help you generate any income or make any money. I'm commenting on stuff all day because this is all I do all day. Comment on a couple people's stuff, post some stuff that adds value, and then get out of there because I want you guys to feel like you're, making money and running a business. So how to find people on Facebook. We've gone over this a little bit, but I'm going to go over it a little bit more in detail. Does everybody in here have the all access script? Does everybody have the all access script? If you don't have it, tell me and I will send it to you.
I have no idea what that is.
Okay. Probably because you didn't do your homework, Mr. Brian. Just kidding. You are going to be in detention again, Mr.
I don't know. I deserve it.
Okay. Now, if you weren't bombarded by all my notifications and were like, what the heck, there's so many posts, I just give up, you would know that we have an April calendar. And under the April calendar, we have Coach Basics group that you are in. Some of you are in a 30-day one, but there's also a 7-day one. Our next challenge starts April 10th. We start them on the 10th and the 15th and the 30th of the month. So there's always time to, if you have a challenger, there's always time to start a new challenge. Now we have this script. Let me make this bigger. I can't make it bigger. Okay. On the script at the top, there's daily task. Reading personal development every day. You need to be strong enough to deal with your objections. Brian, you should be reading You're a Badass. Okay? Like, personal development helps people deal with objections. Okay? It helps you feel like objections, meaning I know that no matter what, people, every time I talk to them, they're going to tell me they're too busy, they're going to go ghost, or they're going to tell me it's too expensive. every single time I talk to somebody. So why would I be, maybe selling challenge packs or having people join me, maybe to where the person next to me might be struggling? Because a lot of people and amateurs don't understand objections. So there's books out there, Go for No, turning like a yes into a no. There's tons of entrepreneurship books, but then there's personal development books too. So you can read books about building yourself up personally, like self-help, and then there's entrepreneurship books. If you go to the files tab of the coach group, there's tons of those in there. And there's a list of them. If you need some ideas, shoot me a message, and I have a list stored of tons of great books. Also, I have my own Audible account. If you would like to go in there, I have thousands of books, and you can just sign in and read all the books I have in there, and then you don't have to buy any. Susan and I share the same Audible right now. So proof in the product. If you are not working out every day, putting your DVD in and pushing play, or using your on-demand, going to the gym, you have nothing to talk about. Really, like, what are you sharing if you have nothing, that if you're not really doing it? Like, if you're thinking about working out, like, but you're not really working out, it's going to be hard for people to like follow you and believe in you. Because if you're talking, like trying to get people to join you and you're not really doing it, it's like like it's kind of weird. Posting on social media, inviting people, which we're going to go in the challenge groups. I always go to birthdays on Facebook and send people I don't write happy birthday on their wall because it'll say like 97 people said happy birthday to you. I inbox them. Happy birthday, Sarah. How's it going? Looks like you guys had a great time in Cancun, whatever. And then they're like, yeah, really, what's going on these days? I see you're doing a lot of stuff with fitness. And then I'll say, yeah, definitely. I'm, working out. Some days it's really hard. I don't really have that much time always, but, we start talking, and then I might write her name down to eventually invite her. Because if I just go in and invite somebody that I haven't talked to in 10 years, they're going to be like, what is this weirdness? So birthdays coming up is a good time to bridge that gap. And once you do everything, help your coaches. So we have the New Year, New You. You guys can go live in there, these challenge groups. It's not my challenge group. Like, well, it is my challenge group, but like you can start your own challenge groups. I have tons of scripts for you to do that. Or if you put challenges in there, you can go live. You can share your workouts. Like, don't be scared. I just happen to set it up and in there, like you can, and help your coaches. Like, Susan does a really good job of helping Melanie help your coaches reach out to them. One of my biggest struggles for myself is right now I have so many coaches. I feel like, oh man, like I really got to go to Hope's class because, I haven't been to her class. Honestly, I'll just say out there since I signed up, and I don't want her to think like I'm not going to go anymore because then that's just like shady of me. And man, I got to make sure I go walk with Jacqueline because I promised her that we would walk this week. And man, I haven't checked in with Brian, and man, Michelle's in Boston and we're going to be in the Dominican soon, and I need to catch up with her. So eventually you're going to have all these people and you're like, oh man, how do I be the friend I want to be to everybody? And it does get super overwhelming. So I just wanted to put that out there. If sometimes I'm not reaching out to you as much as I should, it's not because I'm like going ghost on you. I'm just trying to like balance all of my coaches at the same time. So it's great for everybody to get on these calls, because I'm a people person. So I feel like if I don't reach out to you, I'm failing you, even though like that's just crazy. It's just me. Anyway, challenge group invites. So how do you invite people? What do you say? Who in here has no idea how to invite people or what to say? Like, honestly, like you have all these people, but you don't really know like what to say without being like, hey, you want to buy this? Like, why don't you want to buy it? Like, what's wrong with you? Like, it's freaking awesome. Like just buy it. Like, that's what I'm thinking. Like, how do you not want to buy this? Okay. So we can't say that because then we have no business. So what do we say? You could do this. Can you guys see this script right now? Can you see like this Word document on my computer?
Yeah.
Okay. Sometimes I share stuff and then people only see nothing and then none of this makes sense. Okay. So you could start with the letter A on your Facebook. So you go to friends and you put letter A. Everybody with the name of letter A is going to come up. anybody that's not a coach, and anybody that we have. So like I friended a bunch of people from Zumba, I'll be honest with you. That's how I found Michelle. I was friends, and I'm friends with Melanie. If Melanie's friends with this girl, Ginger, that means that Ginger is Melanie's. Because if I go out to where Melanie took a Zumba class, I know where she did. I could friend everybody in that group. But that's gonna screw Melanie, I don't go to Southern Ohm anymore because that's like, those are like Hope's people, you know what I'm saying? So you got to look at mutual friends. Sometimes we make mistakes, but you got to be careful because that's kind of like your territory, like I wouldn't go through if Suzanne's like, man, that was a great class, 50 people liked it, and then I go and friend everybody that liked it. Like that would be dirty, so just be careful with that stuff. So I say, hey, hope you're having a great week so far. I know we chatted about my health and fitness groups, and you weren't really interested at the time. So this is great for you, Susan. Anybody that kind of said not right now. But I wanted to let you know that I'm running another group in a couple of weeks, and I would love to have you join. Would you or anyone you know be interested in the details? Okay. Or you could say, hope you are having a great week so far. I wanted to reach out to you to let you know I'm running an online fitness group here on Facebook for a couple of weeks. I would love to have you join. I didn't really say, or do you know anybody that would be interested? That's dumb. Don't say that. I always say to people, like today I said, hey, happy Friday. That's me, happy Friday Eve. Like that's just me. I'm like, happy Friday Eve. So dumb, but that's like my thing. Happy Friday Eve. I say like, I hope you're having a great week. I don't know if you've seen my post, but I would love to invite you to my next online fitness challenge. If I was to open up a spot for you, would you be interested in the details? And that's key. These are people I'm already friends with. And then they say, yes, send me the details. Now, if you send them the details, meaning the details would be this, it includes a year membership, 3-day quick start bikini guide, 21-day containers, you have killed your business. That is not the details. If they say, send me the details. I'm going to pretend we're playing school right now, and I'm going to pick on, somebody can say, okay, so if I was to say, send me the details, Hope, what would your next step be? What would you do? If somebody says, sure, send me the details on your next group, what would you say?
I think I would frame it more in the what we do, the supporting each other, the positive stuff, the motivation, that you're not alone. I would never pull out that list.
Right. And even better
and for me, I would rope it into my yoga too, because I want to encourage them to come to that or know that, hey, I've been down this journey for 20 years. So, there's going to be bumps and we're both going to be learning along the way. We're together. Right.
Now, Jacqueline, this is where you're stuck because you left me 45 voicemails about it today. And I'm like, and I didn't answer you, so I didn't want you to think I was ignoring you, but we're going to get to it. So, Jacqueline, what would you say to somebody next? Send me the details. What would you say? You unmute yourself.
I don't know. I can't be put on the spot.
So if I say, all right, Jacqueline, send me the details. So I would love to send you the details, but first of all, I'd like to ask you a couple questions. What are your fitness goals? Okay, like what are your fitness goals? I know you want to lose weight. Why do you want to lose weight? Why? Brian, why do you want to lose weight?
Honestly, because I feel better about myself and be more attractive and better clothes. And honestly, like you get more women.
Nah, we talked about that. When Brian and I had our meeting, we were like, we're gonna get the women. That was on the list. Like I was like, we had to write down I was like, come on, Brian, you want to feel better, you want to help people, but we need to get the women.
Yes.
But he gets the women anyway. But that's a whole nother story. All right. So anyway, we're like, so why? So how would it make you feel? How would it make you feel, Brian, if you lost the weight?
I would feel better about myself. I would feel less depressed, better. Just in general, about a lot better about myself in general, about everything.
Yeah. And when you're talking to people, when you ask them how much weight do they want to lose weight, 20 pounds, why? You got to make it personal. How would it make you feel? What do you struggle with? And they say, man, I just really struggle with what I eat. And then I'll say, you know what? I struggle with what I eat too. But what I found is once I started doing the 21-day fix and I started eating clean and I understood food, I actually started to lose weight. So you gotta like you gotta talk to people about, you can't just say you want to lose 20 pounds. Well, why do you? And hope you can say, well, you said you were coming to my class for 5 years and you haven't shown up yet. So I think I might have something great for you that you can do from home. I can still coach you. We can do this together kind of stuff. And we already talked about that when we were at Whole Foods, right? So that is what you would say next. So Jacqueline, goals. What are your goals? Right? We make funny Snapchats about that. What are your goals? Okay. So now the next thing is that you ask them a couple of those questions and they're all on the script. Now, thanks for liking my post. Anybody that likes my post, I post 3 times a day. Something about the coffee was great. Everybody loved the coffee one this morning. Like, what do you guys put in your coffee? I was like, and how do you like it, with the crying out eyes? Like, I thought that was funny because people were like, I like mine, this way or whatever, just being stupid. And then it was about my workout. Nobody cares that I worked out, but I did it because, whatever. And then I posted about like a quote, having intentions to do something is just good intentions, but follow through, or whatever it was. So I did that because I got all my likes. Then before I go to bed every single night, I make a list of everybody that liked my stuff. Every single night I write it down. And then I say to them the next day, hey, Ginger, thanks for liking my post yesterday. I did it. Thanks for giving me some love on my post. What's going on? Blah, blah, blah. I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm starting another challenge group coming up here. If I had opened up a spot for you, would you like the details? And they say, sure. What are the details? I'm like, what are your goals? How would it make you feel? I found this. The group is really great. It starts here. Blah, 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 blah. And I do that over and over and over again. Okay? That's all I'm doing. Then people ignore you because we got your goals. You sent them the information on it. The information on it, and I know this is like really boring and I'm really sorry because I want to fall over too. So I appreciate you not being like, hey, someone's at my door and then like running away. I've been going after these like girls that are in beauty pageants too. I forgot to tell you that. That's another target market. Like, I don't really have a target market for beauty pageants, but those girls are always wanting to join up. Okay, so this girl right here. Oh yeah, so like when I go to my kids' birthday parties and it's Facebook parties and stuff, like I always friend those people too. Everywhere I go, parties, events, I friend those. This was a woman that was at a birthday party that I went to for the kid down the street. She bought a challenge pack. So we go over the stuff and then this is the information. So what is this all about? Everybody in here should have this. If you don't have it, this is the little behind the scenes, what the group is, now that we talked about your goals. Then I send people this. Like we talked about your goals, we made it personal. Then I made my own video that talks about the behind the scenes. This is the challenge group. This is what it is. If you have not made one of those videos with yourself talking and you need help with that, please message me and we will make one of these for you because you really need to have one of these, what the challenge is about. Then I send them what Shakeology is after we talked. Okay? Then look, she ignored me. Then she's been having a crazy day. Her hubby's out of town. She has 2 employees. They all have the flu. She'll look over this tonight. Cool. Sorry, everyone's sick. She ignores me. It's the 25th. I started doing this journey with her on the 20th. Ignores me, ignores me, ignores me, ignores me. Sounds great. Everyone's sick. I gave her 3 days. Awesome. What's the pricing? Sorry, everybody's sick. Blah, blah, blah. Now I finally get to the information. Then I also say, I leave her a voicemail here because I say to her, I know that it seems real, because she's going to say it's too expensive, right? So I'm going to say, but for the cost, you get this for the whole year. You don't have to keep paying. You can stay in the group as long as you want. Have a look over it. No pressure. Let me know what you think. I'll follow up with you tomorrow at, whatever time. Okay. So that is like kind of how it works. I'm friending 50 I'm posting, I write down who likes my stuff. And then I'm like, so half of you guys on here already have a lot of followers. So Melanie, Hope, Susan, a lot of people know you guys. All right. So you can already work your warm market of who you have. Brian, Michelle, Jacqueline, you're kind of starting out the other way where you're friending the random people. And then I'm almost done. So I know you guys are like getting answers. Is this helpful? I hope it's helpful. Kind of breaking it down. Friends, thank you for staying with me, Hope, because I know your brain shuts down like mine does at around like 8. You're like, I'm just going to stay here and pretend I'm liking this, and then I'm going to run. I know. I'm like,
I'm actually laying in the bed.
I know. That's awesome. So then we find friends. So you should be adding 20 new people to your network every day. Simpsonville, this is Find Friends. I click it. Anybody that's over 5 friends, I add them. Look at her. Shelly slipped under my nose earlier. Got you, Shelly. Tim. Not going to work out, Tim. Nope. And then I and then I go to different places. I'll just do one more. I showed you this before, like Greenville Hospital. I could do Zumba, but I got to stay out of there. Like Zumba in Florida. These people would be she definitely wants to be a coach. And then what I do with the people I don't know, friends, all these people recently added me today. I do not know these people. And I'm going to pick on you right now. So Jacqueline, the people I don't know, she's not going to be my friend tomorrow. I know it. She'll be like, we're not friends. So all the people I don't know, what do I do with all these people? Do I invite them right away? No. What do I do? So all those people that you friended, they accepted your friend request that you don't know, what do you do with them? What's the first thing you do? Jacqueline?
Follow up the next day?
Nope.
Follow up the next day?
Follow up, nope. Susan, what do you do?
Thanks for accepting my request.
Thanks for
sending positive vibes.
I'm sending you positive vibes. If you say, hey girl, thanks for accepting my friend request. I don't know if you saw this, but would you like to buy this challenge pack? Here's my link. It's really cool. Sign up. If we were It Works or selling mascara, that's what we would do. How many of those do you get in your inbox a day? Hundreds.
I've also been asking a question, when I thank people
for Michelle.
Hello.
Hey.
Sorry, I've been kind of on and off. I'm here with my 3-year-old. But I've been asking a question, which has been really helpful actually to start a conversation. People are almost always, responding about something.
What question?
So, if we're part of the same moms group, I can just be like, oh, it's such a great group. How long have you been a part of it? Just something simple like that.
Right.
I can say, I've said things like, wow, your curls are, your hair looks so amazing. You know what I mean? Just
your curls are so cool.
It can literally be anything.
Yeah.
But anything that we have in common or anything that stands out on their profile or whichever way we met, or if we have certain friends in common, mention that. But just mention it, because before I would just kind of say it. But now I've actually started turning it into an actual question, just a couple lines, but actually turning it into a question.
People are really receptive with that too. Really receptive. Because we used to blow it, guys. We used to do 100 invites a day when we first started, inviting people right away with, what are your fitness goals? I'd love to add you to this group. Do you think you'd be interested? We did it wrong for the first year. Well, we still were a diamond team, but not the momentum that we have now. So you guys don't have to make that mistake, So then you have the people So you should be doing at least 10 of those a day. If you're working out, posting on social media, but you're not inviting people, you're not going to have a business. There's 4 vital behaviors to have a successful business: working out, proofing the product, posting on social media, reading personal development, and inviting. It's kind of like if you were taking a test in school and you did 2 of those things really, really well, you only have a 50, right? If you did 3 of them really, really well, you only have a 75. So it's like, don't you used to hate those tests where there'd be 3 questions? You know, and there's other ways, obviously, to be successful. I feel like that sounds kind of bad. Like, you could be a very successful Beachbody coach if you change 1 or 2 lives. But I'm pretty sure everybody on here, like, don't be ashamed to say you want to make some money, right? I mean, who just wants to hang out on Wednesday nights on my calls that are going on and on? Probably nobody. So, like, yeah. So what other questions do you guys, I mean, seriously, like, I feel like a lot of people are like, why do you want to be a Beachbody coach? I just really want to help people. But I'm sure some of you guys in here want to make some money. And in order to make some money, you got to invite some people. So, Melanie, what questions do you have? Oh. Okay. Oh, you unmuted. Okay, I'll let you do it. I was like control freak in your controls.
Okay. Am I unblocked?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I unblocked you. We're friends again.
Okay. I know, right?
I blocked
Don't
everybody.
I guess I'm just wondering about, like, you answered pretty much a lot of the questions I had about inviting people. I guess, how do you take, like, I'm okay with going live, that kind of stuff, but how do you take the fear out of inviting people and rejection, I guess? Because you're
Right.
going to get it.
Well, people reject me. Like,
Ooh, I want to answer.
go ahead. Go ahead.
Use that as fuel, because you have to accept somebody's going to tell you no. I have people tell me no for the last 3 years and don't come to my damn class. And then they talk about how miserable they are. They're going to keep telling you no. So be prepared. There's going to be no. And then when there's a yes, you can be like, oh, that's freaking awesome.
And then there's a no, but that means no, not right now. Hope, how many
Right.
times did you tell
You
me?
have to read go for no. Go for no. No is, wait, what is it? Yes is the destination. No is the way to get there.
Is that a book? Go for no? I think I heard her say that. Yeah, I wrote it down. Go for no. Okay.
Hope, how many times did you tell me no?
I think he only asked me once,
But I
like
just,
officially.
yeah, but I think you were just like, no, you know, like, I don't know. Like one day you were just like, I'm ready. And I'm like, really? Yes.
Like the first time, I was like, no. And then I met Marie and we kind of spent some time together, and I really liked her approach more than another Beachbody coach that I had known last year.
I was like, look,
And-
if you don't want to do it, it's fine, but we're still friends. We were
Yeah.
eating lunch.
And for me, it was also real people. Like, just be real with people. You got to bring your story. And even if they say no now, they may say yes later. You plant the seed. Because sometimes a relationship starts with a, yes, I want to change my life. Like right now, sign me up. I'm ready. And then other people, and I've worked in this side of a business before for 8 years, is it might take years for somebody to finally go, you know what? That's been hanging out in the back of my head for all these years. And I'm going to call Melody and we're going to do this.
Right.
And it may be what they see in you and what you do over those months and years to come.
Yeah. Yeah. And they gotta, and you're gonna get rejected. But you also got to get some street credibility too. Go into Super Saturdays, I feel that the reason that like Sean Schumacher joined me, she's like another like fitness person, is because I wasn't always doing the same thing every day. I go out there and I take fitness classes. I show myself eating ice cream. I go do different fitness stuff. I like you guys and everybody on this. If I was all Beachbody, I would have nobody. You know, I would have nobody.
That's exactly what I told you the other week. That was the only thing that set you apart from other people who I know do this.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're real and you're out in the community too. So it's more than just, I mean, if that's all you can do is your Beachbody workout at home, that's awesome because it's better than not doing anything. But if you can actually get out and start meeting people in a fitness community, it changes. I mean, I make new connections every day. I have 1,000 people on my Facebook page. I don't actually know all those people. Some of them found me through yoga or because the friend of a friend. And I have to look and go, I don't even know this person.
Self-proclaimed.
I should have been selling a long time ago. The reason why I have so many likes on my Facebook page is because I had a picture go viral.
Right.
I just put the picture out there. I'll be honest, I put the exact same comments, not the same picture. The first week, it was somebody else. I didn't know the person, but it had the same comments, you know, like I do 10 squats for every like, I do lunges for every share, you know, and I had the same comments on somebody else's picture, but it wasn't me. I put my picture out there and it went viral. It was crazy.
Your social media is amazing. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's like once you start inviting people and figure out your target market of people to join you, people are going to want to join you because they're going to trust you. You're in your journey and they're going to want to do it with you. And
I started from you saying add some personal stuff. I started adding more personal stuff because I was just fitness. This is what I do on a daily basis. And I was like, well, let me just add some personal stuff and different things. So
yeah, I post out, I do my workout, I get 1 like. And I'll post a picture of my kid. My whole family will like it, and everybody I know. I post out that I just worked out in the gym, 1 like, you know. I don't care if I post a picture of this. I get 80 likes. I'm still gonna invite you 80 people. It's like people are just crazy.
My best one was when I posted about I had Cheetos and wine the night before for dinner.
Yeah.
And that was like, and I said it in a class I was teaching. I didn't have time to eat, so I ended up eating Cheetos and having wine for dinner one night at like 9. And that's real life. People love that shit.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to see that, like, oh, I eat healthy every day. I think I even added a comment
You go to Hope's
in the
class,
group the other day. I was like, I'm having a beer.
2 weeks. She'll kick your butt. Oh my God. So what other questions do we have? I think you guys get it. I think it's just the doing it, you know, like every day. Like
I just have one question because I need to get this set up because I've got about 15 people on my list. And I think at least 4 of those are going to join one of the next 3 Start Challenge days. I wrote them down. I need to make sure with you, Marie, tomorrow that I have the link correct to send them.
yes.
So when I get to the point to send them, I want to make sure I'm sending the right shit because that's where I'll screw up. I'm fine with getting them there, but sometimes I'll send the wrong shit or I didn't copy the right stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
Something stupid.
Everybody has this Coach Codes app. Everybody has that Coach Codes app. And then, but it doesn't matter. Just tell me what link you want in the beginning and I'll make it for you on the show. Coach, you put it in there, but I'll still make it for you so everybody's not messed up. So, and that's all. So you've got all the fluff, like here I am with my coffee I used to feel bad about myself in the 6th grade, but now I'm running 4 miles a day and it helps people to relate to bullying, like all that stuff. That's kind of fluff. It builds your story. But in order to make money and have a business, you got to invite people. You're going to be faced with, don't have enough money, don't have enough time. Well, it is expensive. I tell people, whoa, $199, that's fun. Yeah, it is expensive. But what I found is that I felt like crap all the time because I was, overweight and was depressed and had tons of anxiety. And for $199, that's why I said your fitness is not an expense, it's an investment. I mean, your health. So start posting about why, like I'll post that. Why I'll be like, why is it? I'll be like, girl, I'll write like, girl, you don't have money to join my challenge group, but you sure had money for those new shoes. And that post, even though I just made it up because somebody didn't really buy shoes, I know one of the 100 people that told me no this week, the one girl, she was in Disney World the next day. You had money. You told me no because it was an excuse. It was a thing. So you have to make it personal. You have to connect with them. And every once in a while, put on your Facebook, the objections are coming in. People are following you. They're going to be like, you know what? I do need to invest in myself. I am important. I am worth more. I do need to change the way I am. And then I'll put change takes time. This isn't a quick fix, So you got it all encompasses together and then people will trust you and believe in you. And then people will start coming to you. And then you won't have to go hunting. And then once you're an emerald, you have 2 coaches under you. Beachbody starts giving you 2 customers a week once you're hitting Success Club. So right now is the hard part, and then it starts to get a little bit easier. Okay? All right. Well, if nobody has any other questions.
I have one.
Yes, Brian.
Since I haven't really added anybody at all yet,
Yes.
what do you think would be the easiest way for me to start adding people for myself to my Facebook and get them to contact me, or
Okay.
you know?
Well, who do you want to help, Brian? Like, what is your, like, I know things about you. Like, I know you work at Cabela's, and I know you like video games, and I know you like to cook.
Yes.
Okay, so what kind of people do you see yourself helping?
That's a tough question, because I mean, like you said, I want to help everybody. It's just that
Right.
I don't know how to narrow it down to
Yeah.
who should I help more.
I would go with your angle. I would say, like, who wants to join me in this journey? Let's do it together kind of stuff, you know?
Mhm.
Because, like, that's what I kind of did in the beginning, to where I wasn't like I didn't feel like I was like coaching people when I first started. I felt like I was having people join me and we did it together, kind of.
Right.
So,
That's the way I want to feel.
mhm. So that's something that you and I can probably talk a little bit more about. Let me think on that some more, but I would start thinking on that. Like, you could even, like, you do a lot of gaming, right?
Yes, I do.
So you could probably even like do like a lot of like, there's probably a lot of like young guys in the gaming community, or like even like women and like people even at work that work with you, that and when you went live, you had a lot of people that were liking and stuff. So you could even be like, hey, does anybody want to join me and do this journey with me? And you and I can think a little bit more on that too.
But I think I think if I understood correctly, Brian, are you asking like who to friend also, like how to start expanding your network?
Yeah, exactly. That's also, yes.
What do you think, Michelle?
Well, yeah, I mean, like some of the stuff you were saying, I mean, I think it comes down to what the main interests are, and then like maybe joining some of those like groups that are related to those interests, and then friending those people. So like Marie and I, like a lot of moms groups. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Like the other guys are in like grilling and foodie groups, like men, like grilling groups, like grilling, like food, like grilling stuff. Different. So I would join some local groups, things like that, and then start friending the people in those groups.
You
Okay.
can, Brian, on that live video you made, go back through and see who liked it and write their names, and you can personally message them, hey, thank you for liking this. This is what I am doing. This is what my video was about. And, you know, that you can just start with that group right there even,
Yeah.
based on the people that liked it.
Okay.
Because if they liked it, then, you know, they thought that there was some credibility behind what you were saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you had 77 views. So people were popping in there. So you have,
That's the most views, by the way, I've ever gotten on one video.
Brad, Mitchell, Ashley, and Lee, like those people. And then people, like your interests, like just start friending people in groups, like different groups, like groups meeting, like Facebook groups, like join some groups. I join like the garage sale groups, which I don't really do that one anymore because people always want something for nothing in garage sale groups. But I would do just like different Facebook groups that are your interest, events, things like that.
But also maybe like weight loss groups and fitness groups, right? Like if you think your market might be like people who, you know, do have a significant amount of weight to lose, I mean, you can start connecting with those people also, and kind of bringing them in, because they're going to get really excited, you know, starting to see your journey and seeing like the progress that you're making and the steps that you're taking and everything.
Yeah, definitely. So like if I go on here, this is real quick. Like if you were to go on like Facebook, and even if you went to like weight loss, like Weight Watchers, like you could join that Facebook group. Weight Loss Warriors support group. I'm like, ooh, I want to join that one. I won't though. But like go find those groups and then join those, and then you could start posting your journey in there a little bit. You just got to be careful because then people will start wanting you to like maybe join their stuff too. So like you can add yourself to some of those and then start posting in them, building some relationships, and then friending those people.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks, Michelle. All right, guys. So next week we have a team call. The following week, we do not have a team call. So yay. You guys will be excited about that. And then Michelle and I will be on the Beachbody Success Club trip in the Dominican Republic. And then, so we'll have a week off. So next week we'll have a call. Is there a specific topic that you guys would like a training on next week that I can dive into a little bit more? Maybe making like recording yourself, YouTube, like anything like that, social media, anything specific, please send me your ideas. Maybe Snapchat, we could do how to use Snapchat for your business, Instagram, Instagrass, things like that. Whatever you guys want, let me know, send me some ideas and I can develop some trainings for you. So I hope you guys had a great day. I hope you guys have a great night, and I hope this really helped you guys. So let's leave. We could take all of ourselves off mute, and then we're just going to give a big, I know this is kind of corny, but we're going to give a big 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to, I can't yell loud because my kids will hear me. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, and then we go boom. Okay? All right. 1, Brian, you're going to get -5 on your quiz, mister. I unmuted you. Okay. 1, 2, 3, boom! Yay. All right, guys.